Alright. I am hey, Shandy with a Y. Uh, yeah, pretty much. I did some eye wash. I'm gonna have to start washing my or start wearing gloves and stuff because I'm starting to mess with a lot of peppers and stuff, and I'm wanting to make who is tyrannical mystery covers. Just call me TMC. Hey, crazy family. Long time no see. Yeah, I kind of want to make some different peppers and stuff. I want to dehydrate them. I want to grind them up into powder form and stuff. I like pepper, but I like it ground up and stuff. Uh, but I just hate wearing gloves. Uh, I got into my daughter was looking at some of our old photos. I don't know why we don't have that stuff in albums. And I've got one here. I hope you can see it. This is over at my house in Citrus, the one that got vandalized and all that stuff. And of course, this pool, it's got water in it, but it's green. It's green. But this is me and my uh I don't know if that's gonna show up or not. But that's me and my 31-year-old grandson, Donovan. Um boy, that pool sure looks inviting, don't it? I wish I had it available now, but I don't. Um and it had a hot tub right in the corner. This is the hot tub, and this is my middle grandson, uh, Joey. Um, And boy, I tell you, after working a full day or something and coming home and jumping in that hot tub and just kicking back and going to sleep. uh, Smash the like on my way in. Yeah, you guys hit my likes. I don't know why the likes don't show up on my thing here, but TMC, are you new to my channel? You know, guys, I've lost 32 subscribers in the last 6 weeks. Uh, I don't know who they are. It's probably people usually just go in and clean up their files and stuff, and people they don't watch anymore, they drop them. But that Bob, well, I appreciate you coming, TMC. Uh, I I wish I could tell you I had more to offer. I'm an old fart. I'm 80 years old. Uh, I'm a COVID-19 recovery. I recovered from COVID-19. It just dang near killed me. Uh, I, but and I used to do scrapping on my handicap scooter. I can't do that no more. I'm not allowed to bring scrap around the house and stuff like I could over there. They didn't like it over there. But anyway, so glad you stopped by, TMC. I do a live stream. I was doing them every Saturday at 5, but now I'm going to switch that every Saturday at 6 p.m. And I'm doing a live on Wednesday. I call it my Hump Day Live, and that's at 7 p.m. And I may stick another one in there somewhere. And TMC, I tell stories. Uh, I used to didn't think they were interesting, but people say they like to hear them and stuff. Mostly it's about my younger days. Uh, I try to keep them on the positive side. I've got some sad ones, but eventually I'll tell a sad one. But I got one. It'll be posted in the morning. Uh, I love it because it's all about this man that had 3 sons. This man was a farmer, and he had a couple of thousand acres and a nice big fancy home on the hill and all that stuff. And they also had a spot. What is that? Is that my? I just noticed that. That's a cat. Look at this picture. You can see the back end of a cat over on the side of the pool. That's my wife and Donovan in the pool. He loved getting out there and playing. I wish I could go back to them days, but I can't do it. I wish I had the money to. That was about an $18,000 pool. They only charged me $12,000 because I bought it off season. I wish I had some of that $12,000 right now. But it's about this man. It's funny. The man, he's white farmer, and he had this black man that was a shirk. In other words, the black man, his name was Willie, and he took care of a lot of stuff on the farm for the farmer. and he was allowed to share. In other words, he grew some stuff on his own on part of the land over there, and he had to share that with the farmer. The farmer liked Willie, but Willie's three sons hated, or no, the farmer's three sons hated Willie and his family. It was always calling the nigger word. Oh gosh, I gotta take that out. Oh, how can I do that? I'll have to see if there's some way I can edit that out. They always call them the N word, and if you say the N word, you say it, you get penalized on YouTube. But at any rate, the farmer died, and the farmer's lawyer come up to Willie and told Willie that he needed to be at the reading of the will, which he didn't know what was up with that. And of course, when all the farmer's boys got there and the farmer's daughter, and they were surprised. Hey, Elena. I wish, is there somebody on there got a ranch that can take that out? But I don't know why I'm not showing ranches on here. But turns out the farmer left the farm to Willie and the farmer's daughter. He left that little 3-acre plot that Willie was living in, a little shack house. He left that to the three boys. He left that to the three boys. And there's more to the story, so you just have to go look at I would love to have been in that room. I can't say no names other than Willie's okay, but I can't say no names because the people's living. Maybe after Becky. Yeah, but you use that word, boy. That YouTube really frowns on that. But yeah, go. I would love to have been in that room and seen those boys. I would love to have seen their faces when Willie, they come in the room and Delori's office and Willie was there. What's up with this? And Willie, these boys were terrible. They were, you talk about racist. And anyway, hey Christy, take what out? I kind of spoke the N word there just a minute ago when I meant to say the N word, and I'm gonna have to get that. So you really got to watch out for that. But I will this. But them guys got their comeuppance. There's a lot more to that story. So here you go. Matter of fact, there's 2 stories on that thing. What was the other one about? I know what. I was reminiscing about when I had this business. It's called Southern Styles, and I had 2 stores, two fabric stores. One in Sparta and one in Ocala, and I was telling a story about that and how hard. I'm not knocking women, But let me tell you something, fellas. When you're employing women, and I had 12, counting my wife. Uh, they don't. The women just don't get along. They're always complaining about. They think you're favoring one over the other, and say it was just terrible, terrible. I loved them every one. Boy, I'm telling you what, the truth, they had me climbing the wall sometimes. Uh, this one, this one lady, she was helping me. She helped me cut out fabric and stuff on the cutting table, and I had to start a second shift so I could keep up production on van seats and stuff. So I started a second shift, and this lady thought I was going to let her be the floor lady or whatever you want to call it, foreman on the second shift, which meant she got made a little bit more money. But I give that job to another lady that was more qualified for it and everything, and that that lady, she come up her crying about that. You should have let me done that. Everybody knows what you and blank blank is doing. Me and her weren't doing nothing. We was just real close friends. Still are. I'm still friends with this lady. But it was just there was some hysterical things going on during that period when I was running all that stuff, uh, and what it boiled down to, my wife thought I was uh, thought I was not. She thought I was not running the business right, and she thought we ought to close it and stuff like that. And I didn't think my wife knew enough about anything to make decisions about that. But that's about that story, and you have to go listen to that. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of mistakes. I blame it on, you know what, a lot of my mistakes I blame on the fact that I didn't have an education. And I got a GED, but that don't count. You don't learn them GEDs, they're a dime a dozen. That don't mean squat. I didn't have an education. I needed well, I don't like the word. I never liked the word. Um, uh, and you know what was I talking about? I got off track. Um, I don't. I was raised as a racist, but I wasn't really into it. I didn't think it was right. I felt bad about it. Uh, just like that time that me and three of my other cousins was out in town just piddling around, not just hanging out and stuff. And one of them decided it would be neat to go to the bus station where they had a colored section and a white section. And of course, there was a water fountain for the whites, a water fountain for the blacks. And they thought it would be cute to bust up that water fountain on the black side so it couldn't be used. Later on that week, I was coming by the bus station and I seen this black man out there with two kids. I guess they were his kids and his wife, and they were standing there by the white water fountain, and they all had a Coke bottle, hoping that some white person would come by and fill them Coke bottles with water for them. Now, and I gotta say, every time this comes to mind, it just brings tears to my eyes that a grown man with two of his babies and his wife standing there begging for water. Uh, I wish I would quit thinking about that. Dadgummit. It. Sometimes I'll just be sitting here looking at my babies in there, they're all biracial, and thinking that there was a time that we couldn't even go in the same store together. If that had been, it just, I don't need to talk about a rabbit hole. I don't see, I don't see Willow. Well, I figure if I had an education, I would have knew more about how to run a business. That business I had for no more smarts and education than I had. My payroll was running around $12,000 a week. That's over 40 grand a month. My payroll, money that I had to come up with just to pay the people that work for me. And that's what my wife and I couldn't agree on a lot. Now, she was a high school graduate, and she was at top of her class and all that stuff. But I still didn't think she had the smarts or the know-how to do that. But I just didn't know how I could earn the money. I could make the money, but I couldn't hold on to it. And especially when my wife died, I couldn't hold on to it. I mean, I wasn't wealthy or anything like that. And looking at it now, I considered myself, well, I was a third. At one point, I was a third of a millionaire. I had over $300,000 in assets. And most of that, about 90% of that, was liquid assets. It was money just laying there, not tied up in anything. But I couldn't hold on to it. Especially when my wife died, I keep saying I made my bed and I have to lay in it. And now, somebody gives me $5 or $20 or something, and man, I think I'm pooping in high cotton. But the one thing that I'm really proud of myself about was that for those few years, I helped support these employees with a job and putting food on their family's table and stuff. I never shortchanged my employees. Never. They came first. There was times early on that come payday, my secretary, the lady I had working in the office and doing the payroll, she'd say we're short on payroll again. So I would have to go to the bank and get what we call back then a 30-day note. It's a note where they give me, the bank would give me enough money to cover my payroll for that week, but I had to pay that note off within a month. But that meant everybody got a paycheck that Friday, except yours truly and yours truly's wife. We didn't get one. That didn't happen a lot, but later on it never happened. But I'm proud that I could give those people a job, and they never got shortchanged. Never. The employees come first, and I never had to fire, but outright fired one person, and another one, we agreed to disagree, and I just let them go. I didn't put it down as being fired. I give them good references and all that. But who did I just? Oh, Barbara. Barbara almost took a nap. But yeah, I'm proud that I could furnish them jobs for them people. For that few years. Even with no education, I was able to do that. You know, nothing was ever. You know, I think for the most part, your children are what you make them. When I told my dad I was quitting school, the only thing he said, well, you need to start looking for a job. Or he found out I was he found out I was smoking. He found out I was wanting to smoke, and he didn't discourage the smoking. He said, well, if you smoke them, you got to buy them. Stuff like that. I'd raise holy Cain if one of these boys here decided they wanted to smoke. I raised Cain at my daughter every once in a while. She'd go on that smoking bench, but it's been a while since she done that. But kids is what I think. The way you raise your child. Yeah, I know. I'm down that rabbit hole again, Cindy. Oh, but here's another. I don't. This must have been took at night. This is my 31-year-old grandson standing at the edge of where the hot tub is. The hot tub is in one corner of the pool. And there he stands. He's got diapers on, and there's somebody in the background. I don't know who that is. I can't tell. Let's see, that had to have been 1992. Boy, I'd like to crawl in that hot tub right now. Woo! Man, it didn't take it long to heat up either. I had a regular gas heater thing that run on that thing, and it didn't. Uh, I got a lot of 80 years old. You can get a lot of rabbit holes. You just gotta stay out of them. But oh, and let's see, who is? Oh, that's Jennifer. That's Jennifer and Joey. That's Jennifer and Joey. I don't know if Joey ever learned how to swim or not. But Donovan sure liked it. Um, but yeah, I got to stay out of them rabbit holes. I'm gonna start keeping my live stream for Saturday at what time did I say I was gonna start? At 6. I'm gonna start my live stream at, well, I'm not so sure. 6 or 7 somewhere. I've got to think about that. And my hump day one on Wednesdays, that's gonna be at 7. I like to do another one sometime during the week, but today is the first time. Those hot tubs are neat, you know, and I said I would never have a pool, but I sure wouldn't get one on credit, have one built and be making payments on it. No way, no how. I paid, that was cash flow. I got it. The pool, that pool was $18,000 regular price. But in the off season, you get it cheaper, and I got it for 12,000. And I didn't have to pay no sales tax on it because actually the doctor wrote a prescription for the pool for my wife. You know, she had rheumatoid arthritis real bad. And so I didn't, you know, I never figured out what the sales tax would have been on that, but it would have been about 7 or 8%. That's a pretty good chunk of change on $12,000. But it was so my wife could get in there and walk and do exercise and stuff. And boy, that stuff would do wonders for me right now. Pool's still there, but I call it the wildlife refuge now because it's green. It's all green. The house is burnt down. And that building in the background you see in that picture, that was a shop I had. Let's see if you see it there. Yeah, I had a kennel back there. I was raising Rottweilers, and I did odd and end jobs back there. It was just a shop I wanted on the place, and that's burnt down too. Uh, I told my daughter time she told me if she won the lottery, she'd get this buy a house. And I said, what you ought to do is go back on that piece of property out there and clean it up and have a house built right there by the pool and get the pool all renovated and everything. And, what year did I build that thing? That pool was built in 1989, I believe. But the thing about a pool, everybody wants to get in there and play, but they don't want to help keep it clean. They You know, it's so easy to vacuum that thing out and everything and take care of it, but a lot of people don't want to do that. Marty, I asked on your live stream, but I think you were busy with smoke. Does it mess with your eyesight having the neck cooking like that? No offense intended. Yeah, I seen where you asking that. Uh, he, uh, my neck, it's almost like I can feel the pain seeing him with his neck over like that. It just kills me that he's having to deal with that. Oh, but, oh, man, I feel other people's pain for some reason. I see something like that, I feel the pain. Uh, I seen this girl. Uh, she was in this skip jump roping team thing, you know, and she, oh Lord, it just kills me. She fell. She had this like a cheerleader's clothes on, and she was jump roping, and there was some sand on the concrete, and her foot slipped. Oh, bless her heart. Oh man, she fell down. She hit on her elbows. Both of them was bloody, and then she slipped again, getting up and messed up a knee. And Lord have mercy, that just hurts just thinking about it. Oh, hey Lisa, I was out looking at your my Lisa plant today. Today's the first day I've not had any rain. I love it. I love that. I got out there and I went the other day. My daughter took me to Lowe's and I had sticker shock on the prices on them plants since I've having trouble raising eggplants and other pepper plants and everything. So uh, I bought 3 eggplants and 3 bell pepper plants in a pack of seeds of Chinese giant sweets, they call them. I'm trying to start some of mine from seed again, but the stickers on the plants said 3 for $12. Now these is pretty good sized plants. And matter of fact, a couple of them got blooms on already. But it said 3 for $12, and I'm like, Lord have mercy. Used to could get them things for around $1.49, and they wanted that to come to $4 a piece. Well, when we went to the checkout, the lady checked me out. Matter of fact, you can see her in the video. I think it's up now. There's a lady. She's a real sweetie. I think she said I was a sweetie too. I have to go back and look at that. But she rung them up. It was $40-something. No way I was going to pay that much for them plants. I was choking at $4 a piece, and they was wanting $8 a piece. Turns out that was a sale they had on the 4th of July, and they forgot to take the signs down. And that store has a policy, and so does Walmart. If there's a sign up on something that says the price, and it should have come back down, if that sign's on it, that you're gonna get it for that. And so I got them for $24. So I'm wanting to do some eggplants. I'm wanting to do dehydrate. I want to dehydrate different peppers. I want to dehydrate jalapenos. I want to dehydrate green peppers. I want to dehydrate them China sweets and stuff. And I want to make up blends of different things. You know, I got stuff I can grind it up into powder form, easier to work with. Um, I think I've got some habaneros started, but I've just not had any luck starting anything from seed, and I don't know why. So I've got another pack of seeds. I planted them. When did I plant? Now I planted them yesterday. Uh, it's called a Chinese sweet pepper. It looks like a bell pepper, only it gets red, and it's huge. It's real boxy looking. So I'm trying to start some of them, and I'm trying to start. I just took the seed out of one of these jalapenos. What did I do with them seeds? I did it right here. I must have already put it in the refrigerator. I stratify them. I stratify the seeds before I try to plant them. The stratify, for those who don't know, that's when you have to run them seeds through a cold spell, just like nature would do when stuff grows and it drops seeds. When winter comes, it goes through a cold spell, and then they're ready to they're ready to germinate. Garden shears, yeah, yes, there is. But my hot peppers are starting to come up. That's what Kill Switch is saying. Hey, Maggie, how's things in Guam? I'm thinking about you, dear. Is your lights on or off? It's not funny. It's not funny. Boy, our light bill here over $400 this last bill. I think she said 430. I have never had any problems. Thank God for that. I'll knock on wood. And I've just the worst thing that's ever happened to me is COVID. Well, I'm getting diabetic. You know that wasn't something I like. There's a few community gardens. They take the produce and sell it to local restaurants, and then money goes to the food bank families in need. There's a place over here. Well, that section used to be a black community, but now it's all mixed up and everything. But they got a big plot of land over there, and people get a certain size plot they can use and plant stuff on for their own use. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. With a lot of things just going on now, out in California and everything, with the water shortage, and it's got to be hurting the farmers. And I'm scared to death the price of groceries is going to go up, and it won't affect just vegetables because a lot of vegetables goes into the canned stuff and all that stuff too. But just looking at the price of them plants, 3 for $12, and that should be around three for around $4 or $5. But actually, the price was supposed to be $8 a plant. Good Lord. And that made me wish I'd have worked harder at starting my own vegetables. And I've never had so much trouble starting my own vegetables. Now, I've got a few things that started out there, you know. My squash is not doing. Matter of fact, tomorrow. Just one squash plant. I'm just go ahead and pull up because every time it gets squash on them, they start rotting. And um, well, I'm not going to be growing vegetables to done. I'm going to grow them for stuff that would. Let's see, gases now. What? What? 6.53 a gallon? Where? Oh, Guam. Are the same at only 7.25 per hour minimum. What the heck? What the heck? Been working now for a week. Thankfully, too, because price here keeps rising. Gas is now 6.53 a gallon, and salaries are the same at only 7.25 per hour. Minimum wage is 7.25. Wow. Good Lord. And I remember when I first started working, it was $1 an hour. $1 an hour, $1.15, $1.25 an hour. I remember when my take home pay was $44 a week and some change. Of course, hamburger was 29 cents a pound. Stuff like that, you know. A gallon of milk was 89 cents. Gas was 24 and 25 cents a gallon. Uh, you know, I don't know how some other countries. Shoot, when I smoked for 30 years. When I quit smoking, a pack of cigarettes was like 75, 85 cents. When I started smoking, they were like 25 cents a pack. Yeah, I got a compost pile started. I hadn't noticed anything growing. Um, we're gonna get to mow our grass. Um, a friend of ours, she's mainly a friend of my daughter, but she's a friend of mine too. She's a nurse. Used to be the bottom, the one that went around drawing blood in the hospital and stuff. Then she went to school for a couple of years. Now she's a full blown nurse, making about $35 an hour. Uh, and she gave my daughter her lawnmower. Said she was thinking about getting a bigger one anyway. So she gave that to my daughter. She just hadn't got it over here yet. So somebody's gonna have to get out. I mean, I would even try to push it. I don't know. I don't want to get out there and fall. Uh, my Cindy Conway, you had a paper route. Her paper route was a weekly flyer, coupon local weekly paper, had a 5 mile route with over 200 papers, made 425, and I thought I was rolling in it. I had a paper route. I can't remember. It was way less than. I guess I made about $7 or $8 a week on that paper route. I only had about 40 customers, and I had to deliver them on the bicycle. I had to get up at 4 o'clock. I'd go down to the corner where this truck comes by and drops off my bundle of papers. Then I had to sit there and open the bundle up and fold the papers all up and wrap rubber bands on them. If it was raining, I had to electric here is $120 a month. Water every 2 months, $265. Golly, man. Oh my gosh. $120 a month for electric. Our electric, just this last bill was $430. We don't have a water bill here because we're on well. And it pumps its own water. And oh gosh, Barbara drops me money every once in a while. Now I'm feeling bad. Oh, she gets $700 to live on. Hubby pays rent. Oh dear. Barbara, dear, don't give me no more money. Oh man, I appreciate that. She gave me $3 the other day. Bless your heart. Oh, my next job was shoveling horse shit. There's a lot of them horseshit jobs around here. Marion County's horse capital. I think it said the horse capital of the world. Maggie, I just paid $100 for water and will have to pay $168 very soon just to have my trash company take it away. Golly, Ned. Well, I guess if you're on city water, our water bill, that last place we lived in, that was running about $100 a month. I say, something occurred to me. I worry. I know how easy it is for somebody to get fired for little reason or no reason from a job. All in years I was in business for myself, I struggled most of them years, but I never had to worry about getting fired because it was my business. I never had to worry about getting fired. And I just worry sometimes about, and Walmart's famous for letting somebody go for no rhyme or reason. I've seen it happen many times. Now, my daughter is well liked at Walmart. I don't think that would happen. She's been there over 5 years now. But here's the thing. They were forced to raise the pay to $15.50 an hour. So what does Walmart do? Now they get no bonuses. They were getting bonuses twice a year. Now they get no bonuses. Now the only insurance that you'll be able to get through Walmart, working at Walmart, is the hospitalization insurance, health insurance. The life insurance, they're going to kill it. That's they're not going to be having any life insurance. Now, my daughter has life insurance on her, Jaden. Sandy says when we had our house, the mortgage was $1,800. Electric was $200. Good Lord, $1,800. My gosh. Holy crap. Hey, Teresa McCain. Oh, I'm on equal pay year-round for electric. If it helps, I do not care. I have food, clothes, and shoes. I wear them. I go for it. Money is there. If God says help, I will help. I will. This kind of reminds, that's what I was talking about, this guy, this Willie, this black guy, that he was a sharecropper and everything. And he didn't have a pot to pee in it, and almost not a window to throw it out of. And I've seen him out in the field. He grew peanuts and he had a tobacco allotment. And I've seen him out in that field with a hoe, chopping weeds from around the peanut vines and stuff. It was not unusual at all sometimes just see him stop dead in that row of peanuts and look up like that and said, "Thank you, Jesus. I'm so thankful." And he was just that kind of person. I've seen many times. "Thank you, Jesus." Or he'd be sitting out there on the porch or something. "Thank you, Jesus." And then, of course, he inherited the farm. When the farmer died, he inherited almost all that farm. And and the farmer's three boys, they inherited Willie's old sharecropper house and that 3 acres of land there. Oh, that's the truth. When you're working for somebody else, uh, Maggie, I hate to hear all that so much. I don't know what to say. If I had it to do over again, I would. I always used to say I'd have probably been better off financially to keep my job that I had and being. I was in management positions a couple of times, and then I started my own businesses. Uh, I would have been better off to stay in those management positions, especially this one place in Richmond, Virginia. I worked there about a month, and I was going to be running what they call the rough end of a furniture factory. That's where we cut up the wood uh, and put the frames together and spring them up and get them ready to run on the line, and I was going to be running that. Now this factory run over 1,000 sofas and chairs and love seats a day. So you can imagine the magnitude of that job, and it just scared me to think if I screwed up something when the certain style frame was supposed to be ready to run and it was another style, that meant a bunch of people was going to be sitting idle and sent home. That has something to do with it, but if I'd have stayed there, uh, that would have been a heck of a job. Matter of fact, they started sending me telegrams wanting me to come back, and they would work it out and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be that way, especially when you're too many. I'm missing a lot of comments here. I've never been homeless. It scares me to death to think about it. And you know, with them killing that insurance, Jennifer has over $200,000 worth of life insurance on her. And I worry. Sometimes I'll get thinking about Donovan. He only gets $800 and something a month. No way he can support himself, take care of it. And just say something happened to Jennifer and something happened to me. He would be on the street. But with Jennifer having that insurance, that's a pretty good cushion, over $200,000. But of course, there has to be somebody to manage it for them. Then you got to make sure you ain't got a crook for a manager. Do a lot to instant gratification. Nobody loves our neighbor anymore. Boy, I missed that food pantry we went to. Donovan went to this church, and they had this food pantry. And it was unreal, the food that we got. And I'm talking about meats and vegetables, and they would send us a container of mayonnaise, and I guess it was like 4 quarts in that thing. And what this stuff was, it was coming from a test lab, that this lab tests different things, just to make sure everything's like it's supposed to be and everything. And then they'll donate this food. They just take a little dab and then they'll donate it. And we was getting stuff like that. And then the church went under. And that ended that. But we was getting a lot, and I didn't realize just how much we was getting. Sometimes we would get these boxes of hamburger patties that comes to places like McDonald's or Burger King, and that stuff would get. Have I been running my mouth an hour? Good Lord. Oh, dang. But I love the moral support. Some of the pantries in my state are hard up for donations because of the COVID. Yeah, now my brother George, of course, he's like me. He's done got old. He's 78, but his health is not as good as mine. And he worked for a food bank in that town, and he went around to all the grocery stores that was donating different foods and meats and stuff that was about to go expire and stuff, and it was unreal the stuff he brought home. And sometimes they would have so much that he would go to one of the high-rise apartment buildings for elderly people and set up in the lobby and my mother lived in one of them, and he went to that, and they'd sit up in the lobby, and they would start handing out food like that to the residents of the building. He can't do that anymore. Of course, uh, his health is not good. And then I see all that food that Marty finds, on Crazy Family. Good Lord. Boy, I would love to have a couple of bushels of them peppers and stuff, because I'm going to start dehydrating these peppers and stuff as they come ready, because I want to make some different blends of spices and stuff. I want to do paprika. Uh, I, I want to do all the different kinds, and then uh, preserve them and give them away, to my subscribers. If they like a certain blend, I'll fix one up for them, send it to them. Never heard of who. Do you watch Joel Bruner on YouTube? Never heard of him. I can't watch a lot of whole new people. I mean, I will if I something I like, but for the month, have a friend who went their nasty divorce. She wants to talk so we can talk on phone to follow them, letting her vent. This has went on for 2 weeks. Boy, them divorces. That's one word that's not in my vocabulary. Divorce. I mean, when you love somebody, you get married. To me, it's for life. It's a commitment, and you need to damn well keep it, unless there's some mitigating circumstance. If it's like abuse or something like that, that's something else. But if it's just problems, we all have disagreements and stuff like that. And boy, we had a few. I wish I'd listened to her. Well, guys, I guess I need to. I wish I could get more into the live stream. I noticed Crazy Family, they had up around 50 or 60 people. Cheating plus. I guess she means a cheater in marriage or something. Anyway, I try to keep this thing around an hour. Check that story out about Willie tomorrow. Is it up now? No, it's going up in the morning. Now we'll have to go through this thing and edit out that N-word thing, or I won't get monetized. I won't be able to monetize. It'll be limited. I'm not even going to try to see if it'll slip through, because when I'm talking about a story about somebody or something like Willie and the farmer and that farmer's 3 sons, and what they called Willie. If somebody, they'd be talking to somebody, and somebody said, "Well, who is that?" And they'd be talking, "Who's that?" And they're pointing to Willie, and they would say, "Oh, that's my dad's N-word." Well, when I'm explaining something like that, I tend to want to put that N word in there, but and I don't mean it in a derogatory manner. Yes, it is help much. Um, but anyway, I've been talking an hour and 10 minutes, so I am going to cut this short, and I'm going to start this thing. It's my live on Saturday at 6 or 7. I'm not sure yet. Um, I need to start doing one in the middle of the night to catch these people where the time difference is so great. Um, Especially people in Australia and South Africa. The time is really different. Now, I need to sip some coffee. And I'm working on a new intro and outro on my channel. I've been having that one almost from the get-go. But love all you guys. Love you too, Christy. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. I'm going to go back through here and look at all this. I'll catch you in the next one. Guarantee you there will be a next one. Where'd it go? There it is. See ya. That's my story.